Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England. Yeah, we're definitely in top form, and pitched a shutout as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well. Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So my dad used to tell me all the time when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things. Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Vikings had 8 and 3 now. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Jets' 36-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Play fake. Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Cook. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rookie Jermaine Johnson going all the way from last chance U to now dropping NFL quarterbacks. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A first down throw for Cousins. Delivers the pass to Rager on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pick out there at 22. Cousins on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, but it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Rager, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The first down screen pass, good for 5. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quinnen Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Cousins now to throw on first down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
caught. It's Wilson. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the 1st.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah.
And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
All right, now here we go.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, Down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Throw right side, taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here's Berrios.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Here's Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by a Cameron Edwards. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's got room. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have your hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Give to Hall, and he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. One last shot for Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.